Hey guys, Personal Defense, and today I have a Mossberg 715T, which is a AR-15 style 22 long rifle. This one though I've customized a little bit, and I probably should have done the video before I customized it, but you'll get the idea. Alright, so just to show you that this is safe here, pull the bolt back, lock it. You can see it's open, there's no magazine in here, so the weapon's safe. The 715T comes in two models. This one here is the carry handle model. You can see it has this integrated carry handle. You can't take it off, it's built in, but it does come with a rail that goes on top here that you screw on, where you can mount a scope or a red dot or whatever you want to it. There's also a flat top model. That model has a rail on the top here. It doesn't have the handle at all. It doesn't come with a sight. And this forearm here on the flat top model is much shorter. I think it's about right here. So you see a lot more barrel. On the carry handle, you have a lot longer forearm here, and you have like a A2 style front sight. I think what it's meant to look like is this is meant to look like the original M16 with the like the A2 carry handle and like the long 20-inch looking barrel, and the flat top model is meant more to look like an M4 type thing. Anyway, when I got it, it was all black, and I decided that I didn't like my stuff looking like everybody else's, although I never really saw anybody else with one of these. So I got some foliage green camouflage paint, and I taped off the handle here. You can see where I kind of taped it off. I taped it off, I painted this. The stock, this actual whole stock is made by ATI. So this rear stock here I painted, and then I painted the magazine well here foliage green. This carry handle model comes with one 10-round magazine, which is kind of crappy. So you put the 10-round magazine in, and that's what it looks like. And it's not very fun to shoot with the 10-round magazine. They do make 25-round magazines, but since the big gun ammo scare of 2012/2013, they were hard to find. However, I did manage on finding two of them, and I painted those as well. Here's what one of them looks like. They're 25-round magazines, and when those are in there, it's actually a pretty cool looking 22 AR style rifle. Let's see if I can get it to stand up here. Anyway, you get the idea. Those magazines are definitely the way to go. They're expensive and they're hard to find. I was lucky enough to find those. One of my coworkers had it, and he was getting rid of it, and I traded him a bunch of ammo for two of these magazines. They definitely make it look a lot better than the 10-round. Couple things about it. It's basically a Mossberg 702 Plinkster. And what I mean is, this whole body of the AR style, M16 style looking body is just kind of like a clamshell. And there's maybe, I don't know, 15 screws, here, 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 here. And you take all those screws off, and it just separates. And what's inside is a 702 Plinkster. So what you're basically buying is a Mossberg 702 Plinkster in an ATI AR kind of style body. It doesn't function like an AR-15 at all. There's some fake looking pins here, but the pins don't do anything. I mean, you can't separate the two receivers like you would a normal AR-15. I'm trying to Also, another thing I did was I got this muzzle brake that's originally meant for a 1022, and I pinned it on the bottom there and put it on there. So this normally doesn't have a muzzle brake, although the flat top model does have a muzzle brake. HU front sight, like I said, and it's HU style rear sight, although there's not two apertures, there's only one, and it's easily adjusted. So, and there's not really a way to lock the sight in. So what I ended up doing was you can see how much I had to adjust it. The rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation, so you can see how high up I had to adjust it. And I made marks on the knobs, the adjustment knobs, just so because it so easily turns, just so I wouldn't lose the zero that it taken me so long to get to. But you can see here up close this fake forward assist looking thing, this fake shell deflector here. The grip, I mean, I taped it off, but the grip is just all one piece, as if you look at it closely. And you can see here it's got a cross bolt safety. So what it is, it's basically like a little 22 rifle that would normally be in a little, like a normal stock, and it's taken out of that stock and just put into this clamshell style stock. To take it down, you take this screw out right here. This telescoping stock comes out, and then you remove all the screws, and it clamshells. I've shot it about, I don't know. I probably shot about 300 rounds through it. It's fun to shoot. The iron sights really lack. I mean, they leave something to be desired, and they're not. First of all, they're not even iron. But as you saw from the rear sight, they're plastic. They move easily. The adjustments move really easily, and I think I already moved this adjustment just by handling it. So I don't know if you could Loctite it or super glue the sights in or something once you get it dialed in, but that's kind of a crappy thing about the sights. I was shooting at 30 yards. It's accurate enough. I mean, it's not really you're not going to be able to shoot like pennies or dimes with it, but it's enough to maybe hit small game if that's what you want to do. I think it's more of a fun factor, because back when you were able to get 22 ammo, you could load these up 25 rounds and just kind of go crazy, and you're in an AR style platform. So here you can see I did some more customizing to it. I bought this foregrip / bipod off of Amazon, and I painted it to match all the other foliage green style stuff that I did. So it looks cool, and I think it would be a good gun for a little kid maybe, or maybe you have your AR15 and your, I don't know, 8-year-old, 10-year-old son would really like one of his own to go shoot with you when you go out shooting or target practice or whatever. This would be a great thing. Also because you can limit the 10-round magazines, or you can do the 25 rounds, so you can really limit how many rounds they fire. It is semi-auto, like I mentioned. The bolt locks back after it's done firing, and you can lock the bolt back with no magazine inserted. Another thing is the magazine release is kind of a pain, and it's just the design of the 702. The 702 kind of has a push button magazine release, so this mag release right here is kind of a lever that pushes down, that pushes on that button, and the design is just not very good. When I initially saw this in the case, I was really excited about it because it was cheap and it looked like an AR, and I was happy about getting a 22 AR. but after getting it, I mean, it's super, super, super light, and it feels somewhat cheap. But if you're looking for cheap fun, if you can find the ammo, it's a pretty decent firearm. I would call this firearm mediocre at best in every aspect. Weight, feel, durability, the trigger pull is extremely creepy. There's a good amount of creep to it. And then the reset's not great. I mean, it's a $200 firearm. And if you go and look, the 702 Plinkster, that what this actually is, that's a $100 firearm. So, I mean, that can tell you right there the quality and the feel of this weapon. But if you're just looking for something fun to kind of plink around with, maybe your kids want to plink around with something like that, this would be good for you. And I did a little bit of customizing to mine, so the other side says 715 real big. Stock is made by ATI. As far as I know, the whole entire clamshell is style stock. And this is a 4 position. No, it's a 6 position. So, if you want the look of an AR shooting 22, this will do it. But you won't get the feel, that's for sure. So anyway, the Mossberg 715T Tactical. I would say if you're going to get one, get the flat top model. Don't get the carry handle model. And thanks for watching.